As you may know, adversary weapons, Kura weapons, as the best example here, have a bonus to them. This will add 40% extra damage, radiation damage in this case, or 44%, or 31, or 37, or 34, where were all of these last week? This is a bonus that will be added to the weapon's total damage. You can use the fusion system and combine this to a weapon you already have. If you have one that was a lower percentage, the two will combine and it will increase minimally. If you are lucky enough to find one that is a 60% one, you can fuse them together. You can change the element, though this is not really as important as you may think. I'm going to keep it as radiation, and it will take it to the higher percentage, pretty much guaranteed. 60%. This is the second time, and it has done it both times. You just have to type in fuse, and it's done. It's gone from 47 damage to 105, meaning the total damage will of course go up about the same amount of time. This works for all adversary weapons. They all have this feature here that allows you to fuse in other tenet weapons, kuva weapons, or coda weapons into lower spec ones, as long as it is the same weapon. So a kuva nuko, for example, can be merged into a kuva nuko, cannot be merged into a tenet whatever. Ignore the sudden jump in this thing. There was, let's put it as a hiccup, but this thing is absolutely wonderful. Once you actually install it, which we can show here, it's a simple thing to do. Once you actually acquire one, you just install it like you would a catalyst or a format. And then to use it, you just go back to exactly the same option and, okay, you can change the element. Be careful on what you change it to, maybe what's going through your head, because say you want to change it to impact because you're going up against the Skuldra and you accidentally click on it while hovering over it to see what the bonuses are. Your first thought would be, oh no, it's now impact based. I'm going to have to get another one of these devices to change it. Oh, you're fine. You are perfectly fine. This thing, once it is installed, can change the damage type of the bonus, the elemental type. I can't keep calling it that because it does have a physical damage one in there. This can be changed at any time to whatever combination. I say combination, there's two combinations, magnetic or radiation. Corrosive's missing. So's gas. Did notice this one as well. But you can always change it back to what you had before. I was going against the Tekrot, so using it was kind of handy. So I do want to put it back to that. It does not change the level of your weapon. You can see it is still rank 40. The damage doesn't change. The damage total doesn't change. Sorry, as you can see, magnetic is 1,475. If we swap that over to something else, the numbers may differ. If it gets sucked into another elemental combo you are of course using, but the total damage number, 28,679.3, will never change. It doesn't increase the damage type, it just changes the bonus that is on there. And this is ridiculously useful because, oh, I'm going against the Corpus, magnetic would be better. Usually you have to change your loadout to add magnetic to a weapon. Not anymore. It now has magnetic on there, as well as the other three that were there a second ago, the radiation, blast and gas. Oh, well, maybe I want to go up against the Skuldra, and you want a bit of a perk to the Skuldra or the Grenier, you can put impact on. You want to build an elemental combo that uses electrical, you can change it to electrical and utilize that to increase the bonus of other things, kind of like I did with the toxin, and it increased the number of gas. Or, theoretically, if we change it to electricity, it should get really weird and not be included in the radiation that is being added. That being said, I'm adding fire and toxin, which is why the toxin that this had on it is being added to it. So if I want to increase it again, or the only element I've added is the gas, so if I add the heat, it will still take it over to the gas because these two are the mods I have, and yeah. adding any other element. There's nothing to combine it to because this thing's base damage is radiation and blast. You can increase these, but you have to utilize mods to actually do this. But at the moment, here, I'm going back up against the tech rot, so magnetic me, please. Once the Valence device has been installed, you can change it multiple times. Not like the fusion, where you fuse in one weapon, that weapon has been used. You can fuse in other ones afterwards. You need another one to be able to do this, but you can fuse in multiple weapons into one to increase it over time until it gets to 60. Don't fuse a weapon into it once it's at 60. I don't even think it will let you. But that can be done multiple times, just like the catalyst. Once it's installed, and it works multiple times. I thought this would just change it the once. No, this allows you to change it as many times as you want, and that is great. For building the elemental combo and matching it to the enemy you're going against, that was a great choice for them to do it that way, which is going to make things a ton easier. I just wish I had more of them. But with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.